Hi, everyone. So I introduced Devicepilot to those of you who were here 2 years ago. So I wanted to, this time to focus really on our customers and tell you a little bit about them. So as Jan's just said, my previous company, AlertMe, created the platform which became Hive, the UK's first mass market smart home, smart energy platform, and I now run Devicepilot. So one of the customers I'd like to talk to you about is optimized buildings. What they do is they go into buildings like this, they place a few little sensors around the building to measure aircon inflow and outflow and occupancy and that kind of thing. And they use that information to tune the building management system to save up to 30% of energy. It's a great sort of instant return. But what's really interesting is how they do that. They do it using two technologies. One is little stick-on sensors from a company called Disruptive Technologies that they just place around the building, very easy. You can buy them as a service, actually. They connect to the internet, and then they use Devicepilot as their application. So what Devicepilot gives them is the ability to visualize, to monitor, to do analytics and automation on the data they get from those devices. And the really interesting thing is that they're able to put together this complete solution without writing any software at all. Just Disruptive Technologies sensors and Devicepilot snap together, complete solution. And that's really interesting because, first of all, it makes it much, much quicker to deploy. You can literally deploy these solutions in minutes. And the second thing is, it opens up the market to all the companies that are not software companies, which of course is most of the companies in the world. So this sees the market really accelerate and get much, much bigger. Another Devicepilot customer is Winnow. They reduce food waste in commercial kitchens with some very clever technology. They have AI cameras that look in the bins to see what's been thrown away, and they feed that back into menu planning. Last year, they saved 15 million meals, and they've only just started. And what Devicepilot does for Winnow is to keep a laser eye on every single Winnow deployment for the first sign of trouble. So as soon as there's any kind of problem with service delivery, Devicepilot can flag it. And that lets Winnow deliver consistently excellent service to their customers. Another Devicepilot customer I'd like to talk about is PodPoint. They're one of the UK's leading EV charging companies. And they started using Devicepilot in a similar way to Winnow to manage their technical infrastructure. But actually, it's gone a bit beyond that. It's quite an interesting story. So let's think about a specific example where we've got, say, 10 charging points at a particular supermarket. Now, if one of those charging points goes wrong, then that's a problem. It needs dealing with. But if the other 9 charging points are still working and largely available, then it's not an urgent problem because customers can still charge their cars. On the other hand, imagine if those 10 charging points are all working just fine, but a lot of the time they're full. That's a real problem because when the 11th customer comes along to charge their car, they can't charge their car. And PodPoint, like all IoT companies, is not actually a product company, it's a service company. They're not selling charging points, they're selling the ability to charge your car. So they're now using Devicepilot to measure their ability to deliver that service really excellently. And that puts us right at the heart of their business. What we do for more established companies like that, as well as help them deliver really high quality, is do so with very low costs, by replacing all of the manual activities with a really powerful tool. I would say our customers are second-generation IoT, so they're not really technology geeks. What they are is domain experts in energy, food waste, transport, whatever. And they're simply seeking the fastest path to a solution. And the really exciting thing is they're all on a mission, and it's a mission we're all involved in here, which is the mission to save the world, and to do so by saving something. So it's generally all around efficiency. So I've come to the conclusion that efficiency is really the use case for IoT. It's killer app. In fact, it almost seems like IoT is what Mother Gaia has invented to help her coordinate all of this technology that we're deploying at ever greater scale. Efficiency is great for vendors because it helps reduce cost. Efficiency is great for customers because for a given price, it means they get much higher quality service. And the massive side effect of all this efficiency, obviously, is that if you're saving 30% in energy or vehicle miles traveled or whatever it is, that's a massive win to the environment. So my message is simple. If you've got devices, get Devicepilot. Thank you very much indeed.